S26 Ultra is almost all out, but every other day is a new day for the S26 Ultra, and I'm kinda getting more interested in it. Although S25 Ultra is on a really good deal from Samsung, which you can avail from a product listed in this video. The design is changed on S26 Ultra, we all know. Now even the display is seeing a change on S26 Ultra. There are a bunch of renders already out about the S26 Ultra, but a new source confirming a big change on the front of the phone. According to iUniverse, this time the Galaxy S26 Ultra black version features a black frame, not a lighter silver. So the overall visual bezel is inevitably wider. This is an interesting concept. S25 Ultra, however, does have a similar thing with the jet black color, which was limited and you can only get it from Samsung. Else, S25 Ultra features silver frames, and that does make sense to differentiate the bezels and the sides of the phone. Even S26 Ultra is getting a similar bezels, yet in real world, yes, it will gonna look a bit wider compared to the S25 Ultra. I mean, the bezels would look thicker compared to the S25 Ultra with the black color. If this is how they are doing this, then we can see a similar thing with other colors? I don't think so. And maybe people would prefer other colors instead of jet black or titanium black. Meanwhile, they are changing the display technology on S26 Ultra, which is another big plus for the S26 Ultra. Now, people have different opinion on it, but don't you guys worried about the back design and all? There is another guy who shared more or less a concept of how the phone will gonna look like. This is an interesting concept, to go all black on S26 Ultra with the jet black color. Now, if Samsung is going with the same colored frame, can we see other colors seeing the same change? Who knows? Now, let's see the actual display changes on S26 Ultra. S26 Ultra complete design was out from both front and back, where we saw some changes compared to the S25 Ultra. Yes, Samsung changed the back design and gave us almost a similar design compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 7. That camera island shape, which may wobble on the table, but there are some changes on the front. First, the S26 Ultra will feature a slightly rounded design compared to the S25 Ultra, but the display changes are what we opt for. The M13 was featured in the S25 Ultra, but we expected some massive changes on S26 Ultra with the new M14 panel. And I've got a bad news for you. According to iUniverse, what I've exclusively learned, the Galaxy S26 series still cap out at 2600 nits of peak brightness. Short notice, S25 Ultra already has it, including the S26 Ultra. This is not a good sign. Display brightness has stayed unchanged for several generations. While sticking to 2600 nits doesn't necessarily mean Samsung abandoned the new M14 material, it does mean the S26 series won't deliver any significant improvements in display quality, so everyone be mentally prepared. He further added, as a Samsung leaker, I am basically sure that it will adapt M14 material and polished screen technology, but I can't guarantee that it will adapt a 10-bit technology and PWM high frequency dimming. I advise you not to be too optimistic. If these things happen, and there is no update in these areas, we could see a similar output as the S25 Ultra, and S25 Ultra is already a really good deal at this price, which is listed below. Even the release date is confirmed. Samsung changed the lineup after seeing the sales numbers on Galaxy S25 Edge, so they added the Plus model and exclude the Edge. But there was rumors Samsung might delay the launch of the product, but my internal source was telling a different story. Now, new confirmed source suggests a launch, but before that, I've gotten exclusive information about the Galaxy S26 Ultra launch date. According to my internal source, Samsung is going to launch S26 Ultra on 21st of Jan 2026. He even gave the exact date, which means there is no delay for the launch of S26 Ultra. Instead, a day earlier compared to the S25 Ultra. Now, other sources also suggest a similar thing. According to Chosen Biz reporting on the 10th, Samsung plans to hold a Galaxy S26 Unpacked event as early as late January next year and to launch the product in Feb. This is almost a similar launch as Galaxy S24 or S25 Ultra, which is a great news, since some suggest 2 months delay, which was massive at the time. Past week, there was a source who claims 25th of Feb as the launch date, which is about a month later, and it's completely wrong. On this note, if you're still here, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace out.